أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Today I am going to teach you the subject English for class 6th, and the topic is an Indian American woman in space, Kalpana Chawla. Dear students, this chapter tells us about a space tragedy. US Space Shuttle Columbia, carrying an Indian-born American astronaut Kalpana Chawla and 6 others, broke apart in flames. All the 7 on board were killed. Columbia had lifted off on 16th January 2003 from the Kennedy Space Center, Florida. It had stayed in orbit for 16 days, and the 7 members crew conducted 80 experiments before it began its dawn journey, which ended in the tragedy. This is the tragic story of an Indian-born American astronaut Kalpana Chawla and 6 others. The shuttle was trying to come down to the Earth. The shuttle lost contact with NASA, means National Aeronautic and Space Administration, NASA, at about 9 a.m. as it came in for landing. It was flying at an altitude of over 200,000 feet and traveling at over 20,000 kilometers per hour when ground control lost contact with the shuttle. Columbia had lifted off on 16th January 2003 from the Kennedy Space Center, Florida. It stayed in orbit for 16 days. The 7-member crew conducted 80 experiments before it began its dawn journey, which ended in the tragedy. This was Columbia's 28th space flight, and the shuttle was said to be good for 100 flights. Kalpana Chawla said that she never dreamed as a child in Karnal that she would cross the frontiers of space. After passing through Tagore School, Karnal, Kalpana's parents allowed her to attend an engineering college at Chandigarh. After a Bachelor of Science degree in Aeronautical Engineering, she went for a master's degree to the United States of America. She later earned her PhD in Aerospace Engineering. Dear students, Kalpana Chawla was the Indian-American astronaut to start from the launch pad at Cape Canaveral, Florida, and participate in a successful mission in space. Her family from Karnal in India cheered along with the staff at the Kennedy Space Center as the Columbia lifted off. Kalpana was born in Karnal, Haryana. She was a naturalized US citizen, married to the flight instructor Jean-Pierre Harrison. Besides being an astronaut, she was licensed to fly single-engine seaplanes and gliders. She was also a certified flight instructor. After qualifying as a pilot, Kalpana began to consider another challenge. This was to apply to NASA Space Shuttle program. In the beginning, she was hired as a research scientist at NASA. I have already said to you that NASA stands for National Aeronautic and Space Administration. In 1994, she was selected by NASA for training as an astronaut. Kalpana had confidence in herself from the very beginning. She never thought that she was a woman or a person from a small city or from a different country. She had her dreams and she allowed them. People around her always encouraged her. Kalpana's first space mission in the Space Shuttle Columbia was 15 days, 16 hours, and 34 minutes long. During that time, she went round the world 252 times. She traveled 104.5 lakh kilometers. The crew performed experiments such as pollinating plants to observe food growth in space. They also carried out tests for making stronger metals. On the Saturday night the news about the Columbia broke. There was shock and disbelief. The town of Karnal spent a sleepless night as thousands of households watched television, hoping that Kalpana and the crew survived. The story of Kalpana is very inspiring. It requires a great deal of knowledge to be an astronaut. Kalpana's achievement is how inspiring. From the space shuttle, Kalpana sent a message to the students of her college in Chandigarh. Kalpana said, "The path from dreams to success does exist." She wished them to have the vision to find it. She wished them to have the vision to find it and the courage to get on to it. She hoped that many of the students would fulfill their dreams. Dear students, this was all about today. Fi amanillah.